Alright, y'all, so LR Super 17's EZA was confirmed a few days ago with the Dokkan Festival Baby Drop. Things are a little slow when it comes to Dokkan, and whilst I've been focusing mostly on Genshin recently, I definitely still want to go ahead and talk about this game because I have a lot of fun with it, and a lot of people, are here for Dokkan as well. So let's talk about LR Super 17. I think that there are many different ways that they could take his Extreme Z Awakening. We do know that this comes out on the 6th at 10 p.m. Pacific time. So in terms of getting his details, we should see that on the 5th. So we won't see that tomorrow, but the day after. And we'll get his full kit, full details. I will be covering that as well. So just keep a lookout. We also are going to get a new world tournament the weekend after. So, we'll get a new LR Chi and stuff like that. Funny enough, I didn't really cover the news here, but yeah, all in all, I mean, this celebration is kind of whatever right now. But in terms of Super 17, this guy is really interesting. When he released, he had some really wonky stuff to him. High chance of key 1 up to 7. He does get an active skill after receiving an attack 7 or more times in battle. His super attack effect's really bad. I don't know what they're thinking with this guy, honestly. One of the most weirdly designed characters just in Dokkan history, I would say. Damage reduction after receiving an attack. This guy just needs so much to be changed. Realistically, this probably needs to be just consolidated. This should be per androids, target Goku, or GT bosses characters, what I'm thinking. The reason why I'm saying GT bosses specifically is because whilst Baby does lead Battle of Fate, Creator Body and Mind, I feel like they're it's really weird because of course Baby has a Creator Body and Mind support, but I feel like they're more so pushing the GT bosses team that's led by Omega over the actual Creator Body and Mind team for the celebration, considering 17 is getting an EZA. This STR17, I assume, or this is that what 17 kind of awakening character is that? I don't know. Is that 17 on GT bosses actually? No, none of the normal 17s are even on GT bosses. Okay, sure. This is like a GT 17, by the way. When it comes to that, I mean, yeah, just add GT bosses here. Pretty much is what I would do, and keep the other 2 restrictions the same. That should be fine. This guy is a little wonky with his link set as well, so maybe some support would be nice to GT bosses just on top of that to make up for the fact that he won't be getting a lot of links with some of these characters. I mean, he still does share 4 links with LR Mega, Fear and Faith, GT, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, decent amount of attack. Even with Rose, he does have Nightmare, right? So he's going to be able to slide decently into this team. It's just that he does not have big bad bosses, but at least a lot of the team does actually have big bad bosses. Like Baby has it, Omega, Rose, Goku Black, all the other, Sin Shenrons. So this guy missing it is not the biggest deal, as long as it's oh, he's not sitting there in slot 2. And this guy, if they make him a slot 1 character, I think that would be ideal, especially because he does want to receive a lot of attacks right there. Now, you can't always control what's gonna happen there because of the fact that he is we're in a meta where there's some locking bosses like the Goku Black and Zamasu, which is the hardest fight. Talking about that as well, ideally this guy has guard. Is there a tech unit besides Tech Super Vegeta that doesn't really have guard right now? I mean, they're giving all of them guard. I mean, to be fair, a lot of characters have guard, but yeah, guard would be very ideal for tech units right now because of the Goku Black. And this guy, if he wants to send slot 1, he's going to want to be guarding. So I think there's a lot of things that they could give this guy. He's one of the oldest characters without an EZA, so that's that. I mean, what if it's 17% reduction per ally attack in the same turn self-excluded? So that's what, 34%, then another 17%, 54%. And then he has a baseline of 17% on top of that. What if he has... So what is... I can't do math on top of my head. 68% reduction and then guard. With his full passive activated. I think that'd be pretty good. Make this guaranteed, please. High chance of key 1. But just make that guaranteed. Multiplicative stats. Again, there's so much that they can do for this guy. But... Or also super attack effects. Very important. Very, very important. Make him lower attack. That's like on a super attack effects as well. That's going to be really good. Defense raise, great lowers attack and defense. Attack and defense raise, lowers attack and defense. I would love that. Love that. But let's take a look here what people are saying about LR Super 17. I mean, I guess we could also consider... actually, is he on Omega's full team? He has to be on Omega's full team, right? Battle of Fate. Yep, there it is. Okay, perfect. So he is, of course, going to be getting not only Omega's full leader skill, but Omega does get the 70% defense for 2 turns and the extra 10% reduction. So maybe he wouldn't get that much reduction. 68%, that would push him up to 88% reduction. The only thing is that you could tell they're kind of designing these characters around this damage reduction rate. So, I mean, if this guy has like 54% damage reduction or whatever the case is, he can shoot up to like above 70% on this team. I think that's fair. Like, I don't mind him being designed for this team as long as he's really good on it. So let's take a look here at some of the quotes here. You want them to not keep the spirit of the unit. All of it is ass. Yeah, I mean, again, we talked about it, but this is just a very messy kit. Very, very messy kit, man. Everything was done wrong, I feel like. Oh, this is a slot 1 character. I do hope so as well. Want it to be horrible because you think it would be funny. I mean, theoretically, if they're going to fumble a character... GT bosses is still pretty good. I just don't think that, you know, it wouldn't be nice. It would be unfortunate. All right, well, that's definitely a statement to make. Sure. Do something about the on-hit part of his passive. Yeah, it should be when receiving an attack. Everything. A good character. Remove the ally restrictions, make him tanky. Sorry, I sneezed right there. Hit harder the more he's hit. Ha ha ha. Hit me harder. Yeah, okay. Data download. Yeah, no, this is not dropped for a few days still. Justice. Yeah. You wish for no one to beat him when he's Super 17. Yeah, again, make him good. That's very fair. Unlimited key gain on hit and make the chance 1.7% higher for every DT boss ally. So you're saying he can build up key to an unlimited amount. 1.7, that's what, a 60% chance to get 1 key permanently. I mean, and then give him like key 7 for the first like 5 turns. Sure. Great chance of key 1 per attack received. If they keep this, I'm actually gonna scream, bro. There's no way that they keep this. There's no way. They can't. You either want him to be butt-fuckingly insane, okay, well, cool, or funny bad, no in between. Honestly, funny bad would be kind of hilarious, but I don't agree with a lot of his takes, but he does make some good concepts. So let's take a look. I mean, yes, this is true, Brody. I saw your Gexen tier list, bro. I'm gonna roast you right now. I don't care. Where's your Gexen tier list, buddy? Where is that? I know you say you don't play, but what is this? What is this? What is going on? If you actually have played the game, by the way, I don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, here's my video. That's funny. Wait, I never even saw that. Retrieve that. Okay. God, I am so hilarious. Not to stroke my ego, but man, I'm good. Okay, but anyways, so like I don't know. I think we're going off topic, bro. What is this? I can't even zoom in properly. This quality is crazy. Many issues. Why sell here? What is Bro doing up there? What is Kale and DeBoer doing on there? And Gohan and Krillin, like, what is this actually? What is this entire thing? I know there's a bait, but like, why am I still getting so mad, bro? Like, what is this? What is this? What's going on here? You know, someone would unironically rank BoJack here. I'm not even like, people would put BoJack like an A. Oh, Poojack. Okay, let's actually focus back on topic here. Let's take a look here. So GT bosses, Androids category 170%. I'm reading a leader skill, bro, for an EZA. That's crazy. 12 key, greatly raise attack for the turn, lowers defense, blah blah blah. 50% here. Again, I would love attack lowering, but sure. Key 3, 350%. 350% makes sense actually. That's 217 into 1. Haha, that's funny. Damage reduction rate 17%. Actually, that's 340%. I can't do math anymore, man. When there's another androids category ally in the same turn, damage reduction rate 17%, additional attack, additional super, guaranteed crit, and then 70% reduction with target Goku. Okay, so the only issue is that it's building up towards a team that doesn't really exist. Like, target Goku androids. Like, what exists right now? None of these fuckers are androids, bro. S tier cell revival chat. It's coming, man. You should just add GT bosses to both of these, but let's keep reading. When attacking, 170%. Attacking defense. For every attack received, key went up to 7, 35% attacking defense for 4 turns. And then high chance of key 1. Oh, multiplicative stats like that for every attack received. Okay. Against Key Blast Super, 70% reduction temporarily, Key 5 and 40% attack for 4 turns. This makes sense. When using the active, 170% attack, perform critical hit within the turn. Literally, just make this like also GT bosses, another androids or GT bosses, another target Goku or GT bosses. And that's all I would change about this guy. And he's actually really busted. So this is overall good concept. I just think that building him towards a team that's not really existing. And obviously the 35% attacking defense is pretty nasty, but yeah. 70% reduction. Slot 1 for a Mega and Babies team, or they can keep his ass in the basement. Defensive slot 1. GT bosses already has enough offense, so you see more defensive units. Yeah. GT boss is really good on offense. I think like a strong defensive character. Like he does 20 mil attack stats, but then he has like guard and like 80% reduction and like 2 million defense start of turn. Like I think we're fine. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy to say that. Imagine telling that to someone a year ago. Like someone's like, man, Tobo's pretty good, and then you just tell them like, oh yeah, here's LR Super 17 from like a year later. It's like, oh, that's crazy, right? Or I'm trying to think of a character from last year. I don't know. I can't think. Separate restrictions fused into one and made more lenient. 50% reduction baseline while building up to 77% via hit or dodge. 17% before attacking. Guaranteed crit summer. Guaranteed additional supers. Ludicrous support for no BBB. Yeah, just attack support would be cool. It'd be hilarious if the guy releases with nothing from his old kit and is basically an entirely different unit. Yeah, what if they just scrap everything, bro? They're just like, yeah, I mean, they could very well do that. That's like, it's just unrecognizable, completely different kit. Could very easily happen. Extreme restrictions instead of target Goku. Actually, that'd be fair. Extreme class per target Goku or extreme class. Per androids or extreme class. That's fair. That's a good idea. Remove chance to gain buffs on hit and make it guaranteed. Either make them guard or have 80% reduction. Basically, LR grade A Vegeta treatment, but a little more. Yeah, GT bosses so that he could function on Omega's team. Because those teams, I would assume that's what they're going to do. I would be shocked if they still have him restricted to these teams when there's not a team for them. Unless, like, the Part 2 LR is, like, an android character. Like, what if it's Super Android 13 LR? Would that even make sense, though? Considering Baby's team? No. It would be such a weird celebration. Invincible. Okay, let's just keep reading these. Well, that's a lot of attack and defense. That's a lot of damage reduction, man. It needs to be extreme into Vegeta Trunks. Oh, I mean, if he does have the universal 18 key stack, that would make him very powerful. Would they give him that? Like, what if they make him extreme class VT? I wouldn't mind. Maybe just make him a little... Well, because the thing about VT is that... Like, VT is a lot better than people give him the credit for in shorter fights. But the thing is that, this guy's going to be on Omega's team. Imagine, like, a Vegeta Trunks on Omega's team. That's kind of what you're saying. That sounds pretty peak, honestly. That does sound extremely peak. I would really be done with that. You know what? Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, again, Vegeta Trunks is a little underrated, but I think we're getting... Oh, what? This is something different. Most awful EZA. I want him to be slot 1 and turn 1 to have extra damage reduction to make up for the damage reduction you don't have of the double Omega support. This is fair. Add a Key Blast counter. They won't do that, unfortunately. Yeah, again, we're just seeing a lot of this here. 17% heal. Okay. 17% permanent stats per key attack received. Kind of similar to like Broly getting permanent attacking defense per super attack he receives. So we'll see what happens with LR Super 17. I think that overall, because this guy is so bad, they could just rework his entire kit. So I mean, fingers crossed, GT Bosses is in such a great spot right now, which is really weird to say. But because GT Bosses is actually in a really good spot right now with Omega Shenron and Baby now, I think, you know, getting that last character would be really good. This guy is not going to easy for a few months. It would be insane if they somehow get an EZA, but I just don't see that happening. Maybe Super EZA for AGL Super 17 could be on the way. I mean, they would probably, maybe they'd save these two for like an Android celebration next year, and this guy's like the GT Bosses kind of guy, right? Because this character does want full extreme class. Like maybe they make this guy built around like an Androids team / Target Goku team rather than like a GT Bosses team. Or, you know, this guy does have Target Goku, like a Target Goku team / Androids kind of setup. Could be interesting, but we'll see what happens. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, not really a super long video. I think it's probably, I can't even talk, about like 15 minutes or so. Just putting it out there. Hopefully he's good. We'll see, but I'll catch you guys in the next video, and y'all take care. Peace out.